What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all well. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. We are here in the south span of Wyrm's Crossing. We have a lot of things to set up this episode in order for us to take care of them next time, so we're just gonna go all over the place here.
I need a quick word.
Looking for lodgings? Don't bother. All the decent places are gone. Damned coronation.
It'll be Gortash's coronation, right? We got a sneak peek of that when we first rocked up here. Inside Sharessa's Caress. We got a few things to look for.
Another drow for my feasting eyes. In darkness bred, yet no less delicious for it.
You have a drow fetish, don't you?
Elegant, decadent, and oh so dangerous. I know your bliss.
You've dabbled with drow, have you?
A sturdy dwarf, a leather whip. She gives, you receive. Or have I misjudged you?
You've definitely misjudged me. You're way off, I'm afraid.
Am I? Your eyes tell a story, sweeting. You crave more than pleasure. You crave penance. It's Fionn you seek, our stern librarian. She isn't here today, alas. Your penance must wait. Well, we've other ways to fill your void. A drink for one, a pair of drow for another. Choose your sin.
I'm not too interested in all of that stuff, but let's ask about the stern librarian. Will she be back tomorrow?
Swishing. I'm no fortune teller. If I had a crystal ball, I promise I'd already have consulted it. Truth is, Fionn's gone well missing. And my hands may be skillful, but they were not made to turn every last stone she might be hiding behind.
You need help. Let me find Fionn for you.
To service is my calling, not to be served. Ugh. But I'd be a fool to say no.
Indeed.
The girl kept my coffers near overflowing. 2 flights up.
I guess we know what people in Boulders are into.
Right again, that's Fionn's pleasure room, Elminster's library. Here, take the key.
Elminster's library. That's all quite fetishized, isn't it?
I'm listening.
Okay, we won't be doing any of that. Here's Corilla. We met her in the
That new
Shadow Curse lands briefly.
Fist.
We teleported away as soon as we met her. She told us to be
Take
careful.
it however you want. But I'll be having my usual from now on.
Something's off about this one. On your guard.
I agree.
Oh. It's Raphael's favorite misadventurer. Good to see you again. Even if you have put me out of pocket. The boss bet me 5 soul coins you'd reach the city in one piece. He rented a room upstairs in the hope that you'd drop by.
Who are you exactly?
I forget we've never met. I've had my eyes and ears on you so long we feel like old friends. Corilla is my name. I'm Raphael's assistant, shall we say. Take your time. Have a drink. Sample the goods. Go see him when you're feeling refreshed.
Might just do that.
You're looking parched, sweetheart. Another tankard?
Hells, darling. Another sip and I'm like to spill over. But other hankering for spicier flavours. How about you give me a taste?
God, drunk people annoy me. We'll watch her. See how she handles this before we step in. There's no need to just... I mean, he's drunk. It's a whorehouse. No reason to throw hands yet.
What'd you say, doll? Have a sit on my lap. Let's see what pops up.
Darling, how you set me a quiver. You are a beast among men. No, a dragon, setting my phoenix nest aflame. I shall slake your thirst, dragon. You will part your lips and drink of my essence.
Oh, I will drink your essence.
Hoots! Order up! Another tankard for the fist!
He falling fast.
This might end up being the first day in years.
My hands are full, sweetheart.
I can
You
see
want a
that.
drink? Hoots is your woman. You want pleasure? See Mamselle Amira.
So Wood Elf, I believe. We're looking for a few things. Keen rolled the spoiler. Here's Gregorio. Who gave you those explosives?
Nine hells! You followed me all the way here? What could you possibly want with me now?
You have a lot of explaining to do. I found the explosives, toys, bears you donated to the refugees.
What? How? Nine hells?
No denial, huh? You just
Whatever
grumble.
you think you know, I'm sure some gold would help you to forget.
I'm quite sure it wouldn't. I'm here to see you are brought to justice, actually.
Please don't. What do you want from me? It's not my fault. I was forced to do this. Framed even.
By
They
who?
would have killed me if I refused to rig the
It did sound like he was being
They're definitely
manhandled
going to
into
kill
doing
me
this, and as you
now.
can see, he's quite the pompous fool. He's not really equipped to defend himself, but who's this they?
I can't tell you. I won't tell you.
Okay, listen here, buddy. You have a lot of things to worry about, but I'm the immediate danger here, so you're gonna tell me who they are, or you'll be dead before they get to you. How about that? I'll re-roll it. I definitely want to know who's behind this. There we go. Now speak up.
All right, all right. Just don't hurt me.
Remains to be seen.
The teddy bears were an experiment. My greatest invention. A clever little device in their chest allows them to speak. But there's more. Smoke powder inside the device. I collect packages from Verloga's fireworks in the lower city and stuff the bears with it. Not because I want to, because I have to. Otherwise, they'll kill me.
And this day is Philogia's fireworks. You still haven't told me who they are.
I don't know who's in charge, but it starts at the fireworks shop. That's where the packages come from. Go there, tell them Uncle Philogia sent you, and they'll show you the smoke powder. Lots of it.
We will
There.
do that.
I told you what you wanted to know. Now, will you let me go?
His plea comes with an offering. A pass granting you access to the lower city.
Thanks. But I'll need all your gold too.
Here, take it, all of it. I don't care. You'll never see me again, I promise.
Thanks for the pass.
A scant few customers.
And the money.
This might end up being the first day in years I end with my hand alone for company.
All fine so far. And we did get our inspiration point back too, so. We were looking for you. That's who we're after. We gotta convince this schmuck that it's a cult involvement.
Another case closed, another bottle open. Huzzah to Valeria!
Celebrating a little early, aren't you?
Hang on a tick. I recognize that face. You were talking to Yanis after I left the temple. I'll bet she's put you up to something.
You're pretty on the money. Afraid so. I found new evidence, investigator.
Why must you busybodies insist on interrupting a perfectly good night? I know that look. You remind me of Devella. Fine. If you doubt my conclusions, out with it. What have you found?
I found the murder weapon you missed in a tunnel under the temple.
That's quite the discovery. Doesn't tell me everything, though. Why was Lorgan killed?
How about the shape-shifting assassins under the temple? Is that good enough?
No. I want proof. If someone else killed Lorgan, I want you to tell me why they did it. Come back when you've got some real
So we should have picked
I presume you've found something interesting to discuss, if you're interrupting me again?
I spoke with Father Lorgan's corpse. He was killed by a dwarf dressed in red, not Brilgor.
That doesn't make sense. Why would this dwarf kill Father Lorgan? I need something more than vague allegations. I want something compelling. Hard, tangible evidence, and nothing less. While that is startling, it still does. That's what you need if you want to change my mind.
Okay. We'll be back. We do actually have a way to find that in here, so... Well, not in here. I believe it's across the way in the flop house.
Sure, I'm up to much.
There's the pass we could have gone. I guess we didn't need to fleece the one guy.
Tell me, am I beautiful?
More than beautiful. You are the aurora stretched across the north skies. You are the golden dunes swept across the Kalim. You are the fruit of the forbidden palm, soft on my skin, sweet on my tongue. You are my sin and salvation.
Your
Got you all about
parasite stirs, and you gaze at the nymph through the flaming fist's hungry eyes. Your muscles shiver with her longing. Your skin burns with her heat.
What's wrong, Jara?
What are you? Wait, I know you.
You aren't safe. Get out of here now.
I don't understand. What's...
Your face. The Absolute has shown me.
Jara, what's going on? Who's this man?
Your head screams in agony. Change has come. Pustules boiling beneath your skin, your bones twisting, your flesh rupturing. And suddenly, silence.
What's happening?
What's happening is you're about to witness the death of a mind flayer.
Now this is my happy place.
Introduce yourself, Karlak. Don't mind if I loot your brothel, do you? I didn't think you'd mind.
Hells. I'd heard tales of mind flayers. Talons sharp as daggers and tentacles yet more fearsome. But no tale did justice to its ethereal beauty. It floats like a butterfly. Its blood shimmers like silver.
That thing could have killed you, and you're musing on its beauty.
How could I help it? I don't regret its death. But I marvel that such a work of art could ever live.
Her gaze intensifies. Your breath quickens and your heart skips a beat.
Dryads.
The woman's senses are heightened and her fire stoked. The mind flayer is no mere curiosity, but an object of desire.
The creature aroused you, didn't it?
Why should I deny it? My urge is as natural as the grape upon the vine.
Yeah, I don't think wanting to lay with a
other flavors that might
tentacled
satisfy
whatever
my palate.
is natural. I'm not interested in sex, but thanks.
Not sex. Something far more intoxicating. Rapture. Close your eyes and listen.
Sure, why not?
You see only darkness. Her voice shines through it.
There's words of affirmation, I'm sure.
Yet cooler than night.
The all-being. Here, there is no suffering. Here, you want for nothing.
They remind me of the Asari consort.
You are anything.
They kind of just meld with your mind and
Tell me, what will you
talk about your desires and make you feel feelings. Contented.
You are more than contented. You are at total peace. Your belly is full. Your mind rested. Your eyes bright.
Shadow
No
in the
more will
background.
you hear the clang of steel on steel. No more will you fear the cry of a wolf, the growl of an ogre. You are warm. You are safe.
Your flesh shivers, your heart bursts. True ecstasy for one fleeting moment.
Open your eyes. I'll remember you, and you'll remember me.
I remember the whore who almost got consumed by a mind flare. Quite the touching story. We'll yank that key. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to have another pass either. When it comes down to brass tacks. Alright, let us cut across. We have other rooms to search. This is the flop house I was talking about, but
Rocks for brains. What were you thinking?
What's hiding here?
this is Elminster's library. That's where the one hall was. I mean, it would be rude not to, right? We'll just go ahead and go ahead and divvy those out to the women of our entourage.
Exquisite.
A dog collar too, huh? Companion of Smutty Tales advertises itself on the back. Paladin of Soon gets a summons from their goddess, a mission to lie with someone from every town in the Sword Coast to prove their devotion to love. Born to be wild. This unlicensed and certainly libelous pamphlet describes its contents. In the magical adventure, the one and only Elminster explains the inaccuracies to Volo of his accounts of the mating rituals of the Fey Wild, with very graphic demonstrations. I don't want to imagine Elminster doing any of that. Read her journal. He's getting worse. The whispers, the night terrors, the blood. I know he's hiding something, and the others in the flop house know it too. I've seen how they look at him, how they look at me. They're scared of him, and I can't blame them. I am too. And then next door, you'll already recognize Raphael's voice from in here.
Rocks for brains.
After we talk to Raphael, we'll go ahead and check out the flophouse next door. Save before we head on in here. Like Voss was in here too.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
You must hear me, devil. I will do whatever it takes. Give you anything you
He's looking a little beat up.
There is only one thing in this world that I desire. You do not have it, and you never will.
You must help me, Raphael, for the sake of my people.
Big
Hush
gift
now,
trying to make a deal with the devil, huh?
These guests may not know it yet, but they want the same thing that you do. And unlike you, they have something of value to offer in return.
Ooh, that must have stung your
Whatever you
pride.
discuss with this devil, I must hear of it. Find me below in the tap room once you're loosed from his claws.
I think Raphael is the first man we've seen that wasn't really stuck at the side of a Githyanki.
Not yet, but to the final reckoning.
Then again, he's technically immortal in this plane of existence.
Before we begin, though.
For the first time since the Nautiloid, your mind is clear. It's unsettling.
Did you just cure me of the tadpole with a click of your fingers?
Wouldn't that be exquisite? But no. I'm afraid the tadpole is still there. But I did shut out your other visitor for a while, so we can enjoy some privacy. The Illithid can't hear us.
Huh. What's the catch?
I trust the Illithid more than I trust you.
Oh, calm. It's the reason you're in this predicament. And I'm your only way out of it.
I'm sure he wishes that was true.
Indulge me, and at least hear me out. I'll admit, you've impressed me. I wasn't sure you'd make it this far.
That's
but
not
no
what your
matter how
assistant
far
said.
you come,
I heard you bet 5 soul coins.
still on the road to ruin. A road that leads directly to a confrontation with the Elder Brain. At best, it will kill you and everyone else in this city. At worst, it will assimilate you, and you won't have enough free will left to even wish you were dead. You have the key to destroying it in the palm of your hand, though.
The astral prism.
In a manner of speaking. But it's the one inside the prism that you need, not the Illithid, the Gith. I can give you the means to break him free.
Orpheus's gods tried to kill me. He's dangerous.
To Illithids, yes. He would gladly execute the Emperor. But to you, he will be a friend. After all, you're at war with an Elder Brain.
There might be some truth to that. All the evidence I've seen suggests Orpheus is my enemy, and the Emperor my ally.
If I'd realized you were so gullible, I'd have tricked you into selling your soul for a pocketful of beans when we first met. To the Emperor, you are nothing more than a beast of burden. One that will transport it to the Elder Brain.
I believe that.
An ox requires food, and the occasional beating to keep it moving. You are simpler. The Emperor's words serve as both carrot and stick.
Perhaps it is true that Orpheus would ally with you against the Elder Brain. But if he proves uncooperative once free, you may have to kill him.
It's worth taking the risk, maybe. How do I free Orpheus?
The Orphic Hammer. An artifact capable of shattering the chains that hold Prince Orpheus is held securely in my House of Hope, even now.
It's very convenient that you have exactly what I need.
Isn't it just? And it's even more convenient that you can give me exactly what I want in return.
There it is. Of course.
What are you hoping to get out of all this?
power. You free Orpheus, and in doing so save the city, the Sword Coast, perhaps the whole world, and your own precious skin too. And you give me the crown that dominates the Elder Brain.
What exactly is the crown?
Power. Ancient and full of wonder.
And what would you do with that?
I have craved it ever since the arch-wizard Carsus created it, long centuries ago, and brought doom to the Empire of Netheril. That was the great age of humanity, and Netheril's flying sky cities were the apex of civilization. I was there the day it all fell apart. Entire cities plummeted from the sky, like angels with broken wings. The screams, oh, the screams. Hundreds of thousands of people watching in horror as the ground came up to meet them. It was not a happy meeting, and Carsus was responsible. Not driven by malice, but by ambition. He forged a crown imbued with all the powers of magic. A crown that would make any who wore it a god. Men
You want to ascend to godhood,
so
do you?
much power. The crown destroyed its creator, and his empire fell with him. Carsus's folly, the bards and scholars call it. I call it hope. The hope of creating a better world, and the perils of unchecked hubris. I knew then that the folly of mortals could be the triumph of devils, and that I could use that crown to unite the Nine under one Archdevil Supreme. Me.
Careful, you might be suffering from Carsus's folly too.
But even I'm not so desperate to spite her I'd put the hells in this bastard's hands.
The idea of you ruling all 9 hells doesn't fill me with joy.
The hells require order to function. It is what separates us from mortals and demons.
He has a lot of ambition.
With the crown, I would impose perfect order, unity, efficiency, control. My kingdom would control its borders and stay within them.
Where has the crown been?
Hidden. The archdevil Mephistopheles snatched up the crown and squirreled it away in one of his vaults. He is not more than a frigid archivist. So much power and potential kept inert. He made a miracle into a museum piece. I raged. But only for a decade or so. Then I waited, ever watching for more than 1,000 years, for a mistake, a mishap, a misadventure. And these chosen, who have caused you so much trouble accidentally, did me a favor. They brought the crown back into play.
It must really annoy you that some mortals managed to steal the crown when you couldn't.
Yes, it does. Especially when I see what a bloody mess they've made of their whole scheme. They must have raided Mephistopheles' vault. Impressive, I must admit. But they'll be dead soon. If you don't kill them, the Elder Brain will. It doesn't have feelings in the way you'd understand them. But it seems rather angry. It is inevitable. When you destroy the brain, and you will because you must, the crown will be yours for the taking. And when that moment comes, you give the crown to me. In exchange, I give you the hammer now.
A simple transaction, it seems, but it's more than that. He's offering you an alternative to the mind flayer in your head. Take Raphael's deal and you could free Orpheus. With Orpheus free, you would have no need to rely on the Emperor. But there's no guarantee that Orpheus would be on your side. And if you take the deal, you'll have to fulfill it. You'll have to deliver the crown of Carsus to the devil himself. He claims his ambition is to unite the Hells, but can he be trusted to stop there? Do you trust him more than you trust the Emperor?
Well, he also made a mistake by trusting me. He gave me a lot of information. It's funny because he told me that the hammer is in the House of Hope. He told me right where it is. So all I need to figure out is how to get the House of Hope. And I can get in there without even taking his bum deal. So, no deal, Raphael. I'm leaving.
I won't stop you. But time is running out. So, don't stay away for long. If you see reason, I'll be here, waiting. Right up to the moment the world ends.
He probably rather wishes that I would come back crawling on my hands and knees for the opportunity to give him my soul. Well, actually, he doesn't want our soul, huh?
There you are. I thought I'd lost you. Something was blocking me from hearing your thoughts.
I know, I was worried.
Me too. It's concerning that something could come between us like that. Especially when we are so close to the Elder Brain. Do you have any idea what it was?
Yeah. 25. Alright. That shit ain't gonna happen. Yeah, I thought not. I mean, we'll roll it one more time just to see, but... yeah, it's not gonna happen. Oh, this could be interesting.
A blatant lie. You're trying to deceive me. But why? Someone must have intervened. Someone you don't want me to know about.
You feel the touch of the Emperor's mind peeling at the edge of yours, trying to gain access. And succeeding.
Raphael. Of course. I should have known the devil would come sniffing. The stench of impending chaos is irresistible to them. And what did he want with you?
That's between me and Raphael.
I see.
Again, the Emperor pries at the boundaries of your thoughts. Invasive. Curious.
You're the one who's always talking about trust. If you trust me, stop right now.
That is a fair request.
You feel its presence withdrawing from the fringes of your awareness.
I shall respect your privacy on this occasion. But know that if you have jeopardized our mutual project, I will be forced to reconsider our alliance.
I haven't jeopardized anything.
We have an Elder Brain to destroy.
Just considering my options. And in fact, the more you behave like you just did, the more likely I am to backstab the shit out of you, actually, so... maybe I will let Orpheus introduce himself to you. It's interesting that that's so tightly locked up. Alright, we were supposed to head back down and talk to Voss.
Let's move.
See what he has to say about that. He might have an interesting take on the Orphic Hammer too. He might be able to even give us some advice on getting into the House of Hope. Potentially. Boss?
Tell me you took the devil's deal. Tell me you will free Gith's heir.
What the hell happened to him? He's all kinds of beat up. I'm not interested in pacting with devils, boss.
Skaketh! Orpheus will be free. There is no cost too high to unshackle my people.
Don't worry. I'll find a way to liberate Orpheus.
I did not come this far for you to turn your back on the First Mother's son.
I'm not.
And yet it seems I have no choice but to trust. There is but one prism, and you are its key. Find a way to retrieve the hammer and free Orpheus from the prism. I will assemble his remaining honor guard and plan our next actions. Together, we will yet free the true heir of Gith's blessed empire. He will free us from Vlaakith and lead our Kithraki against the Geich. Istik, I will wait in the underground. Seek me when you have the hammer in hand.
Orpheus sensed the tadpole before, and his guard attacked. Won't he attack if we free him?
The Prince of the Comet aches for Githyanki liberation more than he abhors Geich. He might seethe when you free him. He might gnash his teeth and slander your name. But he will see reason. I promise you.
Any idea where Raphael might keep the Orphic hammer?
A devil of Raphael's stature does not simply make camp on the shores of the Styx. He will have made a sanctuary for himself, a lavish one too, one that caters to his many vices. He must keep the Orphic hammer there. Every house has an entrance, Istik, even those in the Hells. You must find it.
Understood.
You are wasting your time and mine. Our true enemy is the Elder Brain. Focus your mind there.
Yeah, I'm sure you would like me to just blatantly trust you, since you've had so much time to plan all this, but unfortunately, I don't really know you like that, and I understand that I'm just a means to an end to you, so...
Is to keep watch. I know you have.
I don't mind. Nothing happens until he's found.
Which means we're getting a real warrior.
The kind of people no one would ever. Keep your distance, darling.
Darian, you wanna get us in here? Friend.
Never a dull moment.
Not long before we leave scouring places like this behind. Part of me will miss. I'd probably break his nose. Good.
It is our
Hail Petrus and Deliria.
We should go. I do not want to
They are
face the
vampires.
monster if we're late for his black mass.
Soon, sister. I only need one more mark.
We have enough for the master. No more are needed.
It's not for the master, it's for me. I spent 100 years eating rats and dogs, but soon I'll be able to feast. I want someone there, ready for me. And once the mass is done and our Lord grants us freedom, I can celebrate by drinking them dry.
Cazador promised you your freedom, and you believed him? Ha! You were never burdened with intelligence, Petras. But your load seems especially light these days.
Astarion! It cannot be.
Oh, that's no way to welcome back a brother, doll. Didn't you miss me?
Why would you come back? You got out. You were free.
We're here to kill Cazador. That's the only way you'll be free.
You can't mean that.
He's playing mind games. He can't raise a hand to the master, let alone kill him.
You have no idea what I can do. Where is he hiding? Tell me!
Brother! Please!
Talk or burn. Your choice.
You heard them. Tell me what I need to know. Now!
The master is preparing the Black Mass. beneath his palace. There's a defiled chapel. It was hidden there the entire time, hidden from us all.
I'm going to stop Cazador.
What the hell's happened to you, Astarion? What are you?
I'm more than what I was. And I'm not afraid of anything anymore. The sun can't harm me. Cazador can't compel me. I'm the only person who can stop him.
Would like to point out that he'll have help.
Go. Before I change my mind about roasting you, brother.
This isn't over, Astarion.
But it will be.
Poor fools. They actually think Cazador will save them.
They'll warn him we're coming.
Yes, and they'll be trembling in fear when they tell him. They're no threat to us. And they have no choice but to do Cazador's bidding. I pity them.
Me too, actually.
Worst of all, they don't know their fate's already
Fate
set.
worse than death.
They're doomed. The only question is whether their lives will be sacrificed to a monster like Cazador, or serve a greater purpose. 7 sigils on 7 spawn. And Cazador has the other 6. We have to face him and take that power for ourselves.
Those 6 spawn are your brothers and sisters. Are you ready to sacrifice them?
Trust me, I'd rather slaughter someone else's family, but if that's what it takes. And it's not like their sweet innocence. They brought Cazador just as many victims as I did. You're not getting sentimental, are you? I thought you were with me on this.
We'll kill Cazador. We're a team, I've got your back.
I knew I was right about you. You're a true friend.
I might change your mind a little when I don't let you ascend, but
Beneath his palace, we can take the hunt to Cazador.
exactly.
All right, let's go. This place stinks of rat blood and despair.
Won't be going just yet.
Hear me out.
You have a couple things to look in on. Namely, this ladder right here.
Music and all-round
Uses me for a member of staff.
That shapeshifter's key unlocked the door. Interesting.
Bloodstained parchment. Messy splatters of deep red brown adorn this scrap of parchment. Those wishing to face the Dreadlord's tribunal and enter the Temple of Baal must slay the targets on this list and frame the corpses as a murder by the cult of the Absolute. Bring the victim's hand as proof of the killing. Walk in blood, aspirant. Duke Berlin Stelmane, Elfsong Tavern, Lower City, killed. Father Lorgan, Open Hand Temple, Rivington, killed. Dribbles the Clown, Circus of the Last Days, killed. Alexander Rainforest, office near the Counting House, Lower City, killed. France Pear-Tree, abode near Feologer's Fireworks, Lower City, killed. Cora Highbury, large home near Baldur's Mouth Gazette, Lower City. Figaro Pennygood, Basemaker's Fashion, Lower City. Chef Revere, Elfsong Tavern Kitchen, Lower City. Nesha Leisha, Blushing Mermaid, Lower City. Vary Van Damper Villa, Upper City. And Frederick Hune House, Upper City. We'll take that to show it to the investigator.
These tunnels were full of shapeshifters. Father Lorgan's name is written here too. Blood near the bed.
2 hands now. 2 hands, 2 of them. More needed. Not enough. Must cover myself in glory to be covered in blood. More. Like that. I don't know what we're gonna have to show to the detective, so we'll just yoink everything.
You notice some blood has pooled on the wooden floor.
You can investigate this. Nailed that.
You notice the blood's source. A body hidden under the bed.
Well, that's Fionn Goldgrind, the one woman's.
I know this key. It's identical to the one held by that corpse in the tunnels.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
What were you doing when you died?
Seeking answers.
What answers did you seek?
My boy had a secret. Evil secret.
He killed his own mother. What was your son's secret?
Killed folk. Slowly. He liked it.
Who was your son's next target?
Ill-mater temple. Didn't see exactly who.
Did your son kill you?
Yes. Grinned. Whole time.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Well, I think that's enough to be considered proof, wouldn't you?
Why does Wyrm Crossing have so few lodgings? We need at least a double bed.
How about the flop house? It has plenty of spare beds.
If our detective friend still doesn't see the truth from that, that's just because he doesn't want to.
I'll give it a shot.
At least by my estimation.
Then that den of iniquity.
Because as far as I'm concerned, that's put to bed now. That's it. We proved it.
Oh, Father, give me strength.
I just want somewhere warm and...
What's this quest? Talk to Raphael to reconsider his deal. No, thank you. One is report your findings to investigator Valeria. We will do that.
You two have rocks for brains. Continue dancing.
Are you convinced?
I presume you've found something interesting to discuss, if you're interrupting me again?
Father Logan's murder is just one part of a bigger plot. A Baal plot.
A Baal plot? You as well? Divella's been harping on about Baal for months. Fancies herself something of an expert. I assumed it was just a bunch of conspiracy codswallop and fear-mongering. But she's been unusually insistent about this one, even for her. Fine. I'll bite. What's your theory?
It's not a theory. I have proof. This document contains information connecting the murders to the Baalist resurgence.
No need to wave documents at me. I'm already drowning in paperwork as it is. Constable Divella is going to be a real pain in the trunk about this. Since you seem to be on an obnoxiously similar wavelength, why don't you seek her out? She'll be at the Elf Song Tavern. Show her the list, and I'll stay and inform the Fist here. Oh, and you...
After all that, he didn't even look at it.
It'll give you access to the lower city. Well, what are you waiting for?
After all that, he didn't even give a shit. Well, let's tell Mamzelle about her... his whore.
Your pleasure is mine, sweeting.
I found Fionn's corpse. She's been murdered.
Murdered? gods, the poor thing! Oh, by the mother of cats, I pray she didn't suffer.
No, we don't need to give her the gory details.
Else, the regulars will miss her more. They swarmed her like honeybees at the hive. Oh. Losing Fionn slashed a big hole in my coin purse. I should get to replacing her.
Very touching, huh? The woman is dead, and you're concerned about money.
Sweeting, this is Baldur's Gate. I've seen more murders than a butcher's right eye. There'll be time for tears. Cruel as it is, I must turn my mind to business, or, more precisely, the lack of it.
Alright, well.
Is your boss here to enjoy himself?
Didn't care too much for her employees. What do you sell?
Finest fish caught this morning.
What do you peddle? Fish. Not so interested.
Look, Sharessa's caress isn't...
And what are you peddling?
You look like someone whose soul needs feeding. Care to buy some art?
I wouldn't, would you? Summon us. Alright, that'll do for now.
Do come again.
Sure thing. Well, maybe. This is a cheeky little side entrance, isn't it? Suppose it'd be easy to jump up from that side.
Rationing, we can't leave anything to chance.
Every substance has been tried and
Fruit, vegetables. What can I do you for?
That's actually useful. I'll hit you up off camera. Oh, peddler. We can get into this building, whatever this is. The different section of the flop house. Let's see. This is just a different section of the whorehouse, but my fog of war kind of brain not gonna enjoy not checking. Yeah, it is. It's just blacked out because that's how the map is organized. Okay.
How long do you think's last? Up there, Danfilin's dancing axe, the Harper's safe house Jahira mentioned.
Gonna skip on back here. Alright, now let's head back to camp. We do need long rests, and I actually want to take Jahira into the Harper's encampment for the 2 seconds we dip into there. So this is going to be the point where we wrap up, so thank you for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, there is, of course, some tip links down in the description below if you're feeling particularly generous. Otherwise, stay tuned, and I'll see you soon with more Baldur's Gate 3. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.